When text message conversations or social media chats get a little heated between kids, a parent's first instinct might be to step in and type on their child's behalf. They have good intentions, but it might actually make that situation even worse.
Yeah, Dr. Allison Mitzner is a pediatrician and the author of a book, Calm and Confident Parenting. She joins us now with some help for parents out there to handle toxic texting. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so this is a trend among some parents,
Yes.
ghostwriting their text for their kids. Why do you think that parents are actually jumping in and doing this?
Yeah, so no parent wants to see their kid go through this drama.
Sure.
So they're stepping in if there's conflict and they want to try and resolve it for their child. If there's really heated arguments with teens, you can see that, and they want to calm that down. And often it can cause a lot of anxiety for their kids, so they want to help them. They hate seeing them upset.
Well, so do you think kids are, I can't imagine as a kid I'd ever ask my parents to intervene on my behalf. I'd be like, stay out of it, I can deal with it myself. But are kids asking parents for help, or are parents just jumping in and doing it, taking it upon themselves?
That's a great question. Both, actually. Some kids will ask their parents for the help of how to respond, but a lot of times, and parents admit to do this, they will do it without their child knowing. They'll see it pop up on the table or a text message, and they'll respond on their child's behalf.
Okay.
With good intentions, but
yeah.
Okay, so you say good intentions, and we know parents just want to protect their kids. So why do you think this is a bad thing for them to really initiate this?
A few reasons. First, their friends will know that it's a parent. I mean, they're not.
Sure.
We use different languages. Yes, different slang terms,
Dear
emojis.
Susan.
Right. So that can be embarrassing for their child. Or they can make things worse if they don't know the details of what's going on. But more importantly, you want them to learn how to resolve their own conflicts, their misunderstandings, the communication tools that they need to learn. They'll make mistakes, clearly, but they'll learn the best way that way.
Yeah, and you want them to be careful, because once something is texted, it's it can be there forever. So what do parents do instead?
They need to let their kids know that they'll be there for them. Teens, they want their independence, but they still do always count on their parents a lot of times. It's that fine line. So you want them to know that they can count on you to help handle those text messages, but don't handle them on their behalf.
Okay.
Okay, so what are some ways that parents can kind of help their kids kind of navigate touchy situations in text?
A lot of different things. First, I would say have your child know that your friends might not have their text messages or their phone available to read text messages all the time. Sometimes it's turned off for homework or at night, because kids can get really anxious if they don't hear a response. They think maybe they said something wrong, or something they did.
I mean, adults feel like that.
Right, no responses or response.
Right,
or
and
that
it can
blinking
cause a lot of
light.
Yes.
Or they start typing and then it goes away and you're like, oh no.
It's very anxiety provoking, especially for teens. And the reverse, you should let your kid know that let their friends know the same. They might not have it. And to think before responding. That's another thing. Adults should do this. If they see something that came their way that was a false accusation or something that was really causing more conflict, you don't want to respond right away. Let them think first, because they might be more emotional. They'll send something they regret, like you mentioned. And same with late night texting. You tend to be more tired, more emotional, and send something that you might not otherwise when you're well rested.
All right, Dr. Mitzner, thank you so much for joining us to talk about this, such an important topic, toxic texting out there. So if people want to get a hold of you for more advice or to purchase Calm and Confident Parenting, you can visit her website or Instagram page. Information right there on your screen.